But this is the funny thing though, isn't it? It's this whole obsession of the weekend. But that's a corporate 9 to 5, Monday to Friday mentality. You're not in that world anymore. You're not in the world where you get paid on the last working day of the month. You can pay yourself whenever the hell you want. It doesn't matter. It's like realizing that you're no longer in that strict time, which again is hard because you had it at school, you might have had it at university, you've had it in your corporate world, but now getting into that, what does a week even exist? It's just a day to day to day. So the things that you were maybe wanting to do or had to do at the weekend, you can now do whenever you want to do them. Well, that's the thing. It's almost, is employment is it actually a job role, or is it a psychological thing? And I think I think there's two sides of it. I think that it is not necessarily a bad thing having that I suppose work ethic, if you want to frame it like that. But it is a bit of a prison because you are kind of, because I still have it. If I'm not at the office at a certain time, I feel like I'm being lazy, or if I don't have any appointments on a Saturday, I feel really guilty. And it's not because I don't want to do them. It's just like, use this weekend, first week after the school holidays, I have no appointments on Saturday. So I'm like, and I've always been a big thing of, we don't work Sundays. We work 6 days a week. We work really hard. You need a day to recover. And I think that's a learning that people will have as well. It's one of the mistakes I see most self-employed agents do when they first start, is that I'm available 24/7 and blah, blah, blah. For starters, you're not. Like, if I rang you at 3 a.m. to view a house, you're not answering. So you're not available 24/7. There's no need to be either. No one's expecting that of you. But what you'll also find is that during this process, we know how stressful moving home is. And the harsh reality is that people will always put themselves before you. You are there to serve them, meaning that they won't have any qualms of messaging you at 6 a.m. or 9 o'clock at night. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to necessarily reply, but do you know how hard it is to really kind of recoup and recover when you're constantly having your phone ping, ping, ping all the time? Like, it's psychologically, it's not healthy. So you have to set those boundaries, in my opinion, with clients and say, I start at 9. Please don't contact me before, because there isn't really any need with the type of technology we have nowadays, or like on a Sunday, and you can have it in a really like nice conversation. But I think if I turned around to you and said, Mark, the only day I don't work is Sunday. I work 6 days a week for you. So like on a Sunday, like that's just you'd be like, oh no, only one day off. It's so ridiculous when you think about it. But you do have to try and set those boundaries to try and recoup. Otherwise, you are going to burn out. And like I said, if your only selling point is that you're available 24/7, then you've kind of got other problems, in my opinion. It's a case of that's not why they're using you in the first place. And that won't be a reason why someone chooses you over somebody else. It's a nice thing to have, but it's not the be all and end all by any means.